Reporting from Washington, Ted Koppel.
Well, the people in Greenville didn't hear from that Soviet press attaché, but a 10-year-old girl in Manchester, Maine did hear today from no less a personage than Soviet leader Yuri Andropov. We'll talk to her live in a moment. And finally tonight, the story of Samantha Smith, a 10-year-old girl from Manchester, Maine. Earlier this year, Samantha wrote a letter to Soviet leader Yuri Andropov. She congratulated him on becoming head of the Soviet Communist Party and asked him some questions about Soviet attitudes toward the United States. When quotes from her letter appeared in Pravda, Samantha wrote another letter, this time to the Soviet embassy in Washington, asking why she'd received no reply to the first letter. This morning, the reply came. A letter to Samantha from Yuri Andropov arrived by registered mail at her home, and she's standing by live now in our New York studios to tell us about it. Samantha, you've got quite a pen pal there. What did he write to you?
Well, he told me that I resembled Becky Thatcher in Tom Sawyer's, well, in Tom Sawyer, the book.
Why, did you send him a picture?
No, I didn't. I guess he said I was courageous.
Well, that you were. Let's begin at the beginning. What did you write to him, and then what did he write back?
Well, I asked him, why do you want to conquer the world? And he wrote back to me and said that he wanted nothing of the kind, and gave me a little history lesson on the last war they had, and he said that he didn't want to have a war or anything like that again.
And what else did you ask him?
Well, I asked him who would start the war first.
Not him, I'll bet.
Yeah, he said that if we were going to have a war, they would never be the first ones to start it.
Yeah? How long a letter was it?
It was just a page.
And what else did he write to you?
Well, nothing really. That history lesson filled up most of it.
Well, now, I can understand, I guess a lot of school children write to a lot of world leaders, but what made you write to the Soviet embassy after that first letter got no reply?
Well, I was worried about nuclear war, and instead of writing to the president, which I've already been to Washington, D.C., and Yuri Andropov is more important, so I just thought it'd be more fun to write to him instead of President Reagan.
Yeah, and when you wrote to the Soviet embassy, what did you tell them?
Well, I said that I had written to Yuri Andropov and that he hadn't written back to me, and I was disappointed, and that I also hoped that I could visit Russia sometime.
Well, now that you've gone through this experience, and I must say it's one of the more effective exercises in diplomacy that we've seen in this country in quite a while, now that you've completed it, what do you conclude from all of this?
Well, I just hope we can have peace and hope it'll do some good.
You going to write back again?
Maybe.
How about trying things here at home? Have you ever written to President Reagan?
Well, yeah, I might write to him later on.
Well, you can bet you're going to get a reply if you do. I'd try it right away if I were you. What else? What did the neighbors say? What did your parents say when the letter arrived this morning?
Well, they just said they were proud of me and really happy that I thought of such a thing to do.
Well, I think they should be proud of you, and I'm just delighted that you chose to come by this evening. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.